things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Hattiesburg, Mississippi, the place they call the Rock and the home of the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Golden Eagles will put total weather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's 4. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Gets it out quickly. Let's take a second to think about Louisiana Tech. By the end of the day, one of these 2 teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have 2 teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. He tries to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal coming up. Quarterback will keep it. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Leaves it with the back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And, man, that's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
Hunt is on its way. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw. It's Collins. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Pulls and fires complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Grabbed over the middle. It's 4. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what?
He wants to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop block on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you ball. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play-action fake. Oh, they're after him. That's caught. It's Booth. There he goes. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the left. Pulled down at field left. closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And this is an offense that really relies on its running game on that second down call, giving it to the back, letting him find a way to go get a first.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Right on the money. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. I mean, you'd like to think your receiver in space can make a linebacker miss, but that's just a better job tackling by the defense.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here.
There he goes! Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grab near the marker, it's Sampson. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. This defense will try to keep everything in front. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air, it's Collins. That's caught. It's Hoffman. He puts puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
That's reeled in. It's Sampson. At the 20, he's got space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback making checks. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Good timing on the quick out. At the 35, he's loose. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup here. Here's the handoff. Creates a little room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Golden Eagles want to pick up the tempo. Gonna let it fly. Got it in stride inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Golden Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Just going to keep it after the snap. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Trying to get it to the marker. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be first and goal from the 6. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on this scramble play here down close in the red zone.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Trying to pound it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance.
They need these points.
And it's right down the boulevard. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. BYU was relentless today in a road win that, frankly, wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Cougars performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on every... Hands off! What a way to set him up! He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this game.
Here's the pressure. Oh, he's got some space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. This quarterback part of their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking for a man. It's Collins. Snagged in the middle. It's Hoffman. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Louisiana Tech about to kick it off to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. attempt at a return. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the tight end. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Guys, man, this freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, just trust your guy. You know, you got your guy running a corner route. It's man-to-man coverage. Throw it up top. Let him catch it on top of his head. Really nice job by the receiver going and getting that thing.
And the Golden Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll try it again. Turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
The Golden Eagles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Now from inside the red zone. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He'll try to take it back. The 40, the 30, the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And what a job in coverage by the defense. First the defender, able to get his hand on the ball and tip that up into the air. It lands right into his buddy's hands. He has the convoy, and it is off to the races.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Got a man. It's Bates. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Lost one deep down the right side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40, the 20, past the 10, and he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the Golden Eagles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it.
Quarterback's been rolling the dice, and he's been losing in this game. He's got multiple interceptions already. That one should have been picked, but the defender was out of bounds once he caught it.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He fires one deep over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Hands it off. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
And we'll have a shakeup in the Mountain West standings this week. Check this out. Nevada stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Reno. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Mountain West.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
To the air on 2nd down. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man downfield. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. We're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
Now he's going to break the pocket. On the run deep down the right side. He's got it along the sideline. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Golden Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Pocket breaking down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Come on, set. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. How about this? These guys are going for 2.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. Pulled down for the tackle.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Spins away from the defender. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Scanning the field, it's Collins. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Makes a man miss. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain.
There he goes. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Nice move to keep running. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been real. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on first down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And the stomping has commenced. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Finds his tight end.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Leaves it with the running back. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Golden Eagles getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out fast. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep...
Breaks away in the middle.
this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And that is why they're called the hands team, people, on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Collins. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Rush is on him. Look out, he's got room. Quick step in zone. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll run for it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because...
Snags it up the 30 and still running. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Didn't take them long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He goes in for the 2, and we have a 10-point game. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, and we are close to being all she wrote. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. We're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another...